I lost £1,376 and some change by investing in crypto in 1 week. In 1 week. Here it is. This is my Binance account, okay, guys? I'm giving you the details. I put £4,000 into this account, and within a week, this is where we were. This is where we currently are. It was actually worse than this. And I'm gonna tell you now that I made some major investing mistakes that I will never make again. If you don't know how to invest but wanna start, big or small, hundreds or thousands, this video here is gonna be the one that you want to watch and also share so that your friends and you don't make the mistakes that I made. Hey guys, I am Patricia and welcome to The Break. I like to talk about money and get up close and personal, this time while drinking herbal tea. So I'll be honest with you, I've made money investing and now I've lost money investing for the first time in my life. Like honestly, I'm actually shook about it. And I feel a little bit silly for succumbing to the hype, you know, succumbing to the buy the dip and the hype around like invest now, because that's not something that I normally do because I'm risk averse, okay? I like to keep my money, I like to stay safe. But this time I was like, you know what? I'm gonna join in and I lost and I'm not happy about it. But today I'm actually going to cover how to actually invest smartly, wisely. Okay? If you're a beginner, this is what you need to know. Don't listen to the hype that is out there. I'm going to have that covered. But you know what I'd love? I'd love for you to hit that like button just to cover the pain of the 1,400 that I lost. It would be really helpful. It might help me dry my tears and heal the pain. I'm going to cover the importance of investing, the lies that we are told, picking a broker, buying your first stock, and actually why I think this is a terrible idea, as well as lots of other practical tips that you can use. Why should you even be investing? Listen, there's no pressure. You don't have to invest, okay? You don't have to do it just because everybody else is doing. However, it is a really good strategy for long-term wealth building. In reality, saving is a lie that a lot of us have been told. It's a great habit in principle, but putting your money just in a bank account is not valuable because guess what? Inflation is eating into your money, meaning that your money is going down in value every single day due to the fact that interest rates are so low. Investing allows your money to make money in a more passive way. You don't have to invest your time into the investing because guess what? Companies that you're investing or the stocks or the products that you're investing make money for themselves, which means that you can use your time to do other things. Now, before you start investing, there are a few things that you're going to want to take care of. Number one, only invest what you can afford to lose. Listen, there are no guarantees when it comes to investing. You may be in a bull market or a bear market. You can never time the market that you're really in, and you may put your money in like I did and end up losing your money. You need to be ready to weather that storm and understand that that money might not come back. Have your necessities in order, okay? Okay, there's priorities that you need to have here. Don't start investing when you've got high interest debt, when you have bills to pay and when your rent is due. Do not start putting that rent money into investment. No. I think it's also a good idea to have your emergency fund set aside. That might be 3 months worth of living expenses to cover your lifestyle or if something happens. Again, investing should be done with money that is excessive, that you want to grow. You still need to live and manage your essentials. I won't say you need to have all your debt paid off before you start investing, but if you have high interest debt, it's actually better to pay that off first because the interest on the high interest debt is probably going to eat into the returns that you'd ever make in an investment. You'll actually end up better off by paying your high interest debt before you even think about investing. You also want to make sure that you're making the most tax efficient moves. That means knowing what tax options there are for you before you invest. So for example, investing through a pension, there are some tax savings there. Also, for example, you can invest via stocks and shares ISA without getting taxed on your capital gains. So you really want to make sure that you're looking at your most tax efficient options first. And you also want to know what your timeframes are. Short, medium or long. If it's short term, don't bother putting it into the market. Medium, maybe you should look at some of those more tax efficient options. And long term, yeah, you might want to take a bit more risk. Over the long time, you might want to take more risk because you have more time to weather the storms of the market. They could go up, down, up, down, up, down, but actually over the long term, they're usually going in an upward trajectory, and you also have the power of compound interest. Time in the market is better than timing the market. So the first thing you want to do if you want to start investing is you need to find a brokerage account. A lot of people do get really stressed out and worried about what brokerage to go to. And honestly, I don't think it matters that much because you can have lots of different brokerages for lots of different reasons. For instance, I have my Binance account for crypto. I have Vanguard where I have a SIP as well as a stocks and shares ISA. I have eToro for buying US stocks that I want to pick specifically. I use Interactive Investor for investing via my company as well. And I buy index funds in there. If you don't understand what I'm saying, don't worry. I'm going to be explaining and breaking down those terms more. There are some key factors that you want to look for when it comes to picking your brokerage account. So number one, you want to look at the fees. Each broker charges fees. Some of them say zero commission or no fees, but there are ways that these brokers make their money back. Honestly, if you're not paying for a product, you may be the product. And what you really want to do is understand the cost of using that broker. You might get charged a trade fee. You may be charged a percentage of how much you have in the account. The next thing you want to think about is what products do the brokerage allow you to buy? I have my Vanguard account and it only allows me to buy Vanguard products. I can only buy their index funds and they have a variety of them. But I do have my pension with them as well as my stocks and shares ISA just because I really like buying index funds. I also have my Interactive Investor account which allows me to buy many different markets and many different products, and I have that account as a corporate investing account. So my business is allowed to invest and trade. After you have your broker determined or your group of brokers, you can now deposit your first amount of money. And you may have to go through some form of verification, you may have to send your ID, but you're basically going to take money from your normal account and put it into your brokerage account. And there you're able to go shopping for stocks and investment products. Yay! So when you want to buy a product, you will look for the ticker. The ticker is basically the reference number or the reference details for the product that you want to buy. So for example, if you want to buy Apple stock, you're going to look for AAPL. If you want to buy McDonald's, you're going to look for MCD. It's as simple as that. You want to search for the product that you want to buy by looking for a ticker sign and you basically purchase it. Now, you can actually buy an entire stock. You can buy the whole piece, or you can also buy a fractional share. So it's really as simple as that to start investing your first 100 or 1,000 pounds. Okay, I've got to tell you something. This is a secret. This is between me and you. I think picking stocks is a terrible idea. I'm just going to tell you the truth. As a beginner, even as someone who's got money, don't start picking individual stocks. It's time consuming, it's a risk, and honestly, it's like putting all your eggs in one basket, on one company, on one person. Picking individual stocks is really ideal if you think that you have found a magical stock that is underpriced and you really know the know. And the only way you're going to know the know if you are really looking at their P&L, financial statements, so you have some insider knowledge, you are really involved in understanding that functioning of the company, right? And don't just follow the hype of I just want to get some Tesla because everybody else has got some Tesla. No. So I'm just going to give you my financial advice, but I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm going to tell you really where I think you should put your money. I'm going to say it off the bat: index funds. Index funds, index funds, index funds. Not financial advice. You can have the entire market from the entire world without having to think about it, manage it, read the P&L, find out all the details. Just buy an index fund. Not financial advice. What I want to do is explain to you how index funds work. You're basically able to buy an entire market. It's basically a basket of lots of different products, lots of different stocks, and they are grouped into some kind of category. And I should say index funds and ETFs. Index funds you buy once a day, ETFs you can buy throughout the day, right? But what you have is, for instance, an ETF that follows the S&P 500. Basically, all the top 500 companies in America. So when you buy this index fund, you're buying a piece of Amazon, you're buying a piece of Apple, you're buying a piece of McDonald's, you're buying a piece of Coca-Cola. You're getting to taste the entire rainbow. That's what you're getting. And here in the UK, we have the FTSE 100. You can buy an index fund that tracks the FTSE 100, which means you'll have a piece of the top 100 companies in the market. There are a number of different ETFs, index funds that you can purchase that track different markets. So you can buy some of the Japanese market if you want to certain industries. So if you wanted to invest in the property industry, you could find an index fund that follows REITs and travel companies and all those kind of things. There are so many different options. Then rather than putting all your eggs in one basket, you're able to buy multiple different companies, multiple different industries for one product, an index fund or an ETF. These give you the benefit of diversified investing. When you are beginning investing and before you are even in the right frame of mind to really start picking stock, you want to be diversified. Now, you don't get the benefit of like loads of growth, but what you do is hedge against risk. If one company isn't performing so well, another company might be performing better, and that means that you hedge in the middle and you should have growth. But what you don't want to do is invest in one company and put yourself at risk, particularly in the beginning. The great thing about index funds is that they're so easy to buy on any of the platforms that I've mentioned. So guys, that is it. That is how you start investing. You find a broker, you create an account, you put some money in, you find the product that you want to buy. Don't do that. You get some index fund. Bob's your uncle. You're an investor, not financial advice. And you may choose to just do £100 or 1,000 or 10,000. I personally have invested hundreds of thousands, the majority of it being in index funds and not cryptocurrency. However, I am still going to put more money into crypto because I can afford to lose it, and I'm still going to be buying the dip because I believe in the to the moon. I really do. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I want to hear what you want to hear from me next. Leave a comment below. Let's get talking in the comments. Have you started investing? Let me know. What do you think about my horror story? What do you think about this? Tell me. I'm disgusted. But yeah, don't make the same mistake that I did. Invest smartly and share this video. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I will see you all later. Bye.